A deep change in the way that we live requires a deep change in the way that we think. I'm Carla Reeves, and this is Differently. Hey friend, I'm so glad you're back. Life gets crazy, and often our first instinct is to push harder, keep spinning, keep doing more and more and more. But what if the fastest way forward is actually to stop? That's what we explored together in this month's free class, When Life Gets Crazy Journal. And today I want to give you a peek inside the free class. If you have been coming, thank you so much. I love seeing your faces there, and keep coming back. This will be a great recap today for you. And if you haven't been to a free class or you've been thinking about it, this is a chance for you to peek inside and see what you've been missing. And I would love to see you there. So picture this, the Zoom room slowly filling with faces. Some I know well, some are brand new. Some are people who have been coming back to the free classes time and again. And then we get the chat rolling. I always ask, why are you here? What brought you here? And this last week, this is what I heard. Somebody wrote, I needed an excuse to slow down and do something for my well-being. Another said, I want inspiration so that I can be more consistent with journaling. And a third one said, I'm a beginner, just looking for a way to tame the chaos of life and business. Can you relate? And others were right in the thick of transition, whether it was career change or trying to find family and work balance or having health concerns or just the weight of the world. That's the kind of space we hold in these classes. It's real people, real life, real craziness that we're all walking through. In this particular class, we did something really simple. We walked through 3 steps, which are, number 1, manage your mind. Number 2, expand your perspective. And number 3, align your actions. It sounds simple, and it is, but there are so many layers deep to each of those steps. And simple doesn't mean shallow in this case, because the simplicity of it is really where the power is. First, we dumped all the noise onto the paper, just emptying our heads. That alone is so powerful. Having dedicated time, even if you're just doing this once a month, to empty your own mind is a superpower. I can't emphasize this enough. The power that happens when someone writes. I see it with my clients over and over and over again. It's within, under 10 minutes of writing, you can restore peace of mind. They improve communication, and it's possible to change outcomes in relationships, in meetings that you didn't see possible before. That's the power of writing. And so this is what we do in community. And then we share and we hear from people. I never make you share, but I definitely encourage it, because the magic lives in the conversation. And one woman shared in this last class that she almost immediately got an answer she didn't expect when she started writing. Another said that she was going to add just 10 minutes of writing to her daily routine. And someone in the class shared that they gave themselves permission to dream again. That's the kind of shift I'm talking about that can happen in less than 10 minutes of writing. Not because you're a writer, but because writing actually helps you clear the fog so you can see. Writing is just a vehicle to get you in conversation with yourself, to get you in conversation with God, to help you calm the noise. Just this week on my own, I was spinning about a relationship in my life that I've been struggling with. And my thoughts were just spinning in my head around fear and uncertainty, wondering, what could I do? What could I do? What should I do? I sat down to write for maybe 5 minutes. I just emptied my brain, and once the water settled in my mind, I realized there's nothing for me to do yet. And I felt peace again. That's the power of the pause, and that's why we practice this. If you're listening right now Maybe think about your own version of crazy. What's been swirling in your head and taking up your mental and emotional energy? What's keeping you up at night? Write it down. Don't filter it. Just empty it out on the page. Just getting it outside of you is going to feel better because then you can stand back and get some distance. This is where you can ask questions like, is this true? What else could be true? Is this fact or fear talking? Is this an obstacle or could it be an opportunity in disguise? And lastly, what's my ideal outcome given these exact circumstances? And that one's important because the last step is about aligning your action, looking at that ideal outcome and asking yourself, what's one small thing I can do today that aligns with that outcome? That's it. 3 steps. They're simple, they're repeatable, and they're very powerful. This is just a taste of what happens in the free class each month. The topic rotates, but the rhythm is always familiar. And you bring your life, so it's relevant to you each and every time. Rich conversation, guided writing, and practical takeaways. If you haven't joined us yet, I'd love to see you there. If you have been, I hope that you come back. Bring your pen, bring your life. I'll bring the space and the prompts and the conversation to guide you. You can save your spot at carlareeves.com/free class. Until next time, keep your pen close and remember, clarity is closer than you think. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Differently. Hey, if you're ready to stop circling the same thoughts and start creating real momentum, check out my coaching experiences. There's a 12-week experience for a big shift, or there's a monthly writing and coaching partnership for ongoing clarity, creativity, alignment, and momentum. You can find all the details at carlareeves.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, please help me grow the podcast and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and share with someone you love. Until next time, stop surviving your life, start creating it.